Y'all know Prep Fam, what it do, baby? We are back with another EP. Man, EP 22, fellas. 22.
I believe so.
Deuce. Alright, so y'all got that right. Deuce. Angel numbers, but you got DC checking in.
It's your boy AD. I thought Mike was about to go.
Yo, it's your boy Mike Tyson, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
chill. You on timing today, man.
God.
Sorry.
But we're back, live in effect, man, and we got a lot going on as far as to talk about news, NFL, NBA. NFL, we got the injury bug going around. NBA, everybody's fighting. Everybody throwing jabs left and right. But speaking on the fighting, let's talk about Draymond. Draymond has been suspended for 5 games.
5 games, crazy.
5 games. Got into a little scuffle with Rudy Gobert. Started with Clay and McDaniels getting into a little scuffle, and then we all know Draymond is gonna insert himself. That's the character that he plays. That's the role he plays for GSW, and put a little. And the Fort Nelson right here, man.
Get off him.
And Rudy, first of all, what do you think Rudy Gobert is like stronger than
No.
Draymond?
If we're being honest, Rudy Gobert was like, I'm off him. Like, he was good. He was just like, get off me. Like, I'm not touching you.
he looks scared though.
No. He was like, he was chilling.
He got yoked up, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta calm down. You know. He had lesser minds prevailed. Cause he was like, what's this man doing?
Was he really trying to hurt Clay though? Like,
Yo, alright.
boy,
We've seen many.
Bro, you can sit in the chair, bro.
We've seen many fights and scuffles with Rudy Gobert. And like, he's a piece, like he breaks it up. Like, he's never trying to get in a crazy fight. Granted, the crazy shit he's ever done, like he's swung at Cal Anderson. And that wasn't even like a real
altercation on the bench.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert's always gonna try to diffuse it. Like, I know in that situation it's really a bang bang, and I don't know how I'm gonna react to this fight again like that. If it's really that quick, but I think in that case, he's not trying to make a fight even worse.
Yeah.
Like, he did grab Clay, but he was one of those guys where he grabbed and you're like, alright, I know he's not trying to make the fight even worse.
Yeah, but according to Woj, Draymond will lose approximately $769,970 within the 5-game suspension.
Damn.
2 between Klay Thompson and McDaniels and Rudy, they will be fined $25,000. And our question that we got.
How much Rudy fined though?
He was in it.
It's me.
He's in it.
He's there.
He got fined.
What's this necessary? Like in general, what's this necessary for Draymond? What's this necessary for right before we get to Draymond? What's this necessary for Clay? Because rewinding the video back, he did start with McDaniels. I don't know if they started prior to the game because this is the second matchup. But what's this necessary? And what's going on with the Warriors?
I would say necessary part, no, of course. I think that's as obvious. I think in this case, like, this is frustration from Clay. Like, I think so far starting out the season, he's shooting horrible. Like I said, we've seen the stats. No need to list it. He's just not performing well so far early in the season. 12 games in, 13 games in. And this was probably frustration. It was early too, so he probably had a bad day. That's what it was looking like.
Like the game legit just started.
Yeah, like he probably had an argument with somebody in the Wendy's parking lot, and then went to go play ball. And then, he was just mad. And then, unfortunately, he made a tough choice and got his jersey ripped, and then his man jumped in. It just keeps
escalated very fast.
Basically, yeah, it flames, man. And then, like, Draymond got 5 games. I was just like, I'm sorry, when I seen the clip, I was like, what is this knucklehead doing? And mind you, nobody scored in that beginning of that game. And that happened in the beginning, so both guys didn't want to be there.
They just want to smoke, man.
I guess that's it. But not for Draymond part, bro, I just really was disappointed. I was like, bro, he could have, grabbed Gobert or something like that. I think it would have been lessened of a suspension or even to this magnitude.
Probably non-suspension.
If he grabbed him.
Yeah.
So,
I saw this bickering up
think so?
before this game. He got into it with Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Was teed up. Was yapping at Anthony Edwards the game prior.
Yes.
Similar to what DC said, I don't know if he's trying to reestablish himself as Debo or as the bully.
Mm-hmm.
But after a certain while, it just gets childish, you know. And for me, it just comes down to accountability, right? Like, I'm thinking outside of basketball. Who in that building is going to pull Draymond to the side and say, look, you're a very vital piece to what we're trying to build here.
Right.
And I know you're trying to set precedent for the young guys and be the physical person that you are, but we need you for these games. Right. Steph is out with an injury. He's sprained. We're falling behind in the standings. We can't beat the Timberwolves if we're not playing Oklahoma City, we seem not complete as a team. And I think this starts with that comment that he made after the game about the team chemistry. Mm-hmm. I think for the whole offseason, we know the dialogue with him and Jordan Poole, the way it ended, obviously losing to LA.
Yeah.
They were past it. You could see it. The team was rejuvenated. Clay had a game winner against Sacramento not too long ago. Mm-hmm. Chris Paul looked excited. He looked like he finally bought in. And Draymond decided to go ahead and be petty again, call out Jordan Poole and say this year we have guys that want to play and compete. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, since then they've been like bad. 2-6, 2-5. So, look, he's not a 20 points per game scorer. We know that's not his key, right? We know he is not the most athletic guy. But what he does bring to the team is playmaking, facilitating, being that irritant to the opposing star player, whatever the case may be. Yes. But he has to find a better way to do that. And putting Gobert in a headlock is not... The league is laughing at him. Like, you know, he did not send the message that he wanted to, in my opinion. And I think he just needs to reevaluate himself, where he is in his career, and say, look, this championship window is closing. I mean, Steph is averaging nearly 30 a game. Clay and I are not making shots. We're not the same young guys that we used to be.
Wiggins as well.
Wiggins is not there. You know, Kuminga took a leap, but is still young. In my opinion, they need to go and get another scorer. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think teams fare them like the Splash Brothers anymore. I know Clay is streaky, but I mean, 1 of 10, Jesus, he has to play better. So I think this was building up. I think Steve Kerr put out a statement today saying, you know, we're disappointed in Draymond, and you should be, you know, because who's going to hold him accountable? I think Bob Myers said, you know what, I'm done with this. I've had to deal with this for so long. You guys want to pay him the money. I guarantee you he's going to act up again. And look, less than a quarter into the season, 5-game suspension. He can't normalize this, you know.
Right.
So,
Draymond, do better.
Yeah, get it together, man.
I agree. Both of you guys. It was super unnecessary.
Right. I like to add though, like he's also. It happened last year, I think. Joe Dumars, I think the Players Associate president or something.
Yes.
I think he gives out the suspensions. I'm sorry. He basically says Draymond's being judged on his past.
Yeah. Of course.
So everything that he does, like this is the second highest in-game suspension since Ron Artest, I think.
It was deservedly so.
Yeah.
I think he deserved it.
Yeah, because basically, God forbid, I don't think he was physically choking out like Rudy Gobert, but to rear him up by his neck is the reason why.
You know how tall he is.
Not a basketball move at all.
Nah, even not like to break up a scuffle. You kind of don't like. It's not a good like picture when they're looking at it when you got somebody around the neck and you menacing like. Choke you out. So.
I agree with both of you guys. It's extremely unnecessary, and I feel like Draymond, like you guys alluded to, he is painting a picture, and he's building up this stature of a villain role or this aggressive role, and we know what Draymond brings to the table as far as like for GSW and being a facilitator, and not having to step there. You and Clay are the next guys up, and now Clay has to bring up the slack, and also Wiggins. Now you're putting more weight on their hands and on their shoulders due to your poor choices. Like, yes, you got to protect your teammates, but at the same time, there's a different approach. How can you approach this? Do you have to put Rudy Gobert in the headlock? No, you don't. Maybe push him away. Maybe, a little push, shove, blah, blah, move on, and play basketball at the end of the day, right? I just feel like Draymond has to refocus up, and for him, I feel this is just bad timing because you just came off an injury, and now for yourself, this is supposed to be for you to get yourself back in shape, get you back into the basketball-esque, like your role, your chemistry, whatever the case, and now you're screwing yourself over by doing this, making this choice.
Yeah. And
now, look, you're sitting back at home, suspended. You still got Steph, who was hurt, and now GSW has to suffer these next 5 games.
This could be a blessing in disguise, low key, because when they had a fast start, low key was out with injury.
I mean, fast start, but at the same time,
you
need these games. These games are crucial.
Yeah.
Especially out west.
Yeah.
We know it's out west. Jokic is out west.
Timberwolves looking good too.
Luke is out west.
Yeah. Mavs also.
You feel me? So these games are crucial to get yourself in a role. All right, like we need these 5-game, 10-game winning streaks to set yourself up for the playoffs. That's the end of the day, right? What we playing for championships, for the ring, right? Right, we gotta make the playoffs. So these early decisions are gonna, hopefully, time will tell. It may bite you in the ass later on. You feel me? So
certainly will, man.
So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
When he comes back.
Steph, you backpacking, man. They gotta send help.
No,
They gotta send you help.
absolutely, because you can't do it. He already burning out.
No, I think that was a test. Like I said, I think they were just testing him out. They wanted to get a feel.
I mean,
And
Gobert.
It's early in the season.
He said he knew Draymond was gonna do something to try to get ejected because you can't play a game without Steph.
Somebody gave him that fact.
But the thing is, like, bro, how is Gobert looking like a more mature player than Draymond? Like,
because it always was. Like, level heads will always prevail, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, Gobert doesn't have a history of like being has a track history.
None of those guys involved in the scuffle have. I've never really seen Clay do anything of that.
He talked back to worst case was to Devin Booker.
Yeah, but that's just
technical.
That's just talking.
And another thing, too, fellas, to point out is Draymond's doing all this talking and this barking,
and his play is not backing up.
That and nobody's phased. And Edwards. Fuck out of here.
Killed him.
That's what I'm saying.
Killed him.
I'm gonna drop 25 and take the W.
That's what I'm saying. So you're banking your whole career on this. I'm a tough guy, and people, you have a podcast. You're a family. Like, we see different layers of you off the court already, bro.
So it's like,
just go out and play a game.
Yeah, I'm saying I just back it up. I'm not saying he does not, but it's like that bark is like you putting up 18 and 10, but it's really.
But like, bro, it started with Mitchell. Like I said,
lost that game.
It's just, are you going against the young guys to prove a point?
Mm-hmm.
Because we already see you deck your teammate on camera. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you.
But the different part is they gonna cook you. Like, that's the thing. You're taking the biggest out.
Exactly.
And I feel like he should learn after Ant. Like,
and calm down all the way down.
Nah, not. Obviously he didn't. Obviously he was mad because he went to go choke a dude out the next game. So obviously.
And Draymond, there's nobody. We ain't knocking nobody out on the court, bro. You ain't gonna do that on that.
Or else you gonna be at home with us watching the rest of the season.
You taking 2 L's because you're taking a loss in the game, then you gotta sit at home. Like,
yeah, so
2 L's. It's crazy.
Yo, No Crap fam, what's good? It's your guy DC checking in. If you haven't already, please make sure you like the vid and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.